Greetings and welcome to Old Drunken Discography, where old friends, fans come together to BS, argue, occasionally agree, and discuss a musical artist. I'm your host, Jason. With me is Tim.
Ahoy!
And fuck Trey.
Hi there.
It's going to take a minute if I can get all that shit straight.
Gotta change your post-it notes.
Yeah. This is why, you don't write down introductions. You just kind of wing it. You never know. And we're talking Clutch. This was Trey's pick, not Bill, because he's a little bitch. Shout out, Bill. Leave us a comment down below. We know you're watching.
Hey, Chihuahua.
Hey, Chihuahua. And we're talking From Beale Street to Oblivion, 2007. Before we get into that, I got to pull a mulligan because I did some soul searching this second week of Clutch. And
Jam Room's moving the wrong direction. Oh, you are flipping it. Okay.
yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm putting
Wow.
transnational down.
Wow. Okay.
Because I went back to it and it was like only half of it. All right. Beale Street.
Okay.
Beale Street. Look at that album art. Oh, I can't wait. Well, Tim, you want to start us off on this one?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. So yeah, 2007. I wasn't a first day buyer of this, but I did end up buying this album that year. I've known about Clutch at this point for a while. So I picked this one up, and it starts with "You Can't Stop Progress," which is a phrase that everybody should live by right off the bat. It's got a badass riff. It's got a cool chorus. I like it. And then you get in a power player. I just want another drink. I mean, it's badass. Then you get to "The Devil in Me." It's kind of a title track, but not. But they do mention the title in that one. And then you get to "White's Ferry," and I don't know. It's an interesting little turn for Clutch. It sounds like it could have been on the radio. Sounds like it should have been on the radio. But it's so much better than a lot of the bands that were on the radio at that time, like Stained or even a Kid Rock, But yeah, it's got a real cool guitar solo. It's kind of takes you on a journey. I'm going to say top song contender on it. And then "Child of the City," it's a Clutch song. Sounds like Clutch. Nothing really stands out. But then as I'm listening to it, it really has a Soundgarden vibe to it that really shows the connection of just how important, not only the whole grunge scene, but Soundgarden in particular was and is to the future of rock. And then on the flip side of that coin, Clutch has been kind of carrying the torch for the desert stoner doom, whatever you want to call it, fuzz rock that's kind of been going this whole decade. And so it's an interesting song because it really kind of starts showing I guess the influences more. Still sounds like Clutch, but you're really starting to get the influences, I guess. And then that takes us into "Electric Worry," which is probably their biggest commercial hit. It is still a jam. It is an old Mississippi Fred McDowell song. So if you want to hear the original, go dig that up if you like the blues. And then I got to say, the drum solo at the end of it is badass. And then they go into "One-Eyed Dollar," hearkening all the way back to Jam Room, but inherently just doing it bigger and better here. Works really well for me. I love this version of "One-Eyed Dollar." I think it's a lot better than the Jam Room version. And then you get into the Rapture of Ridley Walker. I mean, again, it's Clutch. They definitely have their sound, but this one's got a real funk to it that recalls like a lot of the early New Orleans stuff, like the meters in a way. And this is really where you notice that like the organ is pretty prevalent throughout this entire album. They kind of touched on it a little bit on the last couple albums, but it's really present here and it really works on that one. And then when you get to When Vegans Attack, this is one of those songs, again, it really it feels contemporary to its time, and it also feels like it really harkens back to a lot of previous influences. I'm picking up a lot of ZZ Top, of course, but also a lot of Cars on that one. And then it kind of like even gets into a little Queens of the Stone Age territory. Again, leading the genre. And then Opossum Minister, again, I think it's badass, but it also has a really strong like Monster Magnet vibe. Again, contemporary retro rock, whatever we want to call it. Black Umbrella, I really love the harmonica solo into the guitar solo. That whole musical section is just awesome. The keys throughout it, the drums are great. And then you get to Mr. Shiny Cadillacness. Again, still sounding like Clutch, and even after going through a whole album of, kind of reminding me at least of all these other influences and styles that they're bringing in. Here they even kind of touch on like it almost feels like a Rage Against the Machine song, and that's pretty interesting. They haven't really gone that route before. And then, yeah, this one did have their biggest commercial hit. It's probably their best-selling album. I don't know the numbers or anything, but there are some digital versions with a lot of bonus tracks. I listened to the BBC version of Politician that was fantastic. And yeah, it's a solid album all the way through, I would say. And like where with the last couple albums, I really felt like Clutch was coming into their own. This one, I think, it fits in this place. And without giving away too much more about my ranking, I'll leave the rest after you guys give me your thoughts.
Yeah, I guess I'll follow that up. You Can't Stop Progress. It's fine. Fun riffs, fun vocal melody and lyrics. Power Player. Some of these songs, if you're not paying attention, you don't even know the song changes. The Devil in Me. Get the album name drop. Kind of has a slight New Orleans feel to it. I love the organ. White's Fury. I was going to write this one off, but then it got super interesting and fun musically about halfway in. Child of the City. I like the line, wash yourself, live your life, take the earth as your wife. Electric Worry. I'm really running out of things to say with this band. It's all the same. It's not great. It's not bad. It's fun. The lyrics are great. But it's just so middle of the road musically. I don't really want to spend time trying to dig into the lyrics. I like the line, if I had money like Henry Ford, Lord, I'd have me a woman, yeah, on every road. And it was a really cool song change into, see, I didn't know it was a cover. It was a really cool song change into One Eye Dollar, which was fantastic lyrically. Separation of church and state still holds up. Rapture just kind of happened. When Vegans Attack. Tim mentioned something about this band being vinyl friendly, and I could see that working well with this album. The lyrics were hilarious musically, but musically, just kind of another Clutch Safe by the Books Clutch song. Possum Minister was kind of boring. Black Umbrella, just another standard blues riff heavy song. Bill would have hated this discography. Mr. Shiny, I couldn't catch all the lyrics on this one, but it was fine. Nothing mind blowing, which is Clutch in a nutshell for me. I liked it no more or no less than the last few. It was just another Clutch album.
All right, so you can't stop progress. It's a lot of fun. I love the lyric. I understand there's no victimless crimes. That being said, I feel rather victimized, and I will seek substantial compensation, whether legally, legal-ish, or otherwise. That's fucking awesome. Uh, Power player. I really like the main riff. I think John Paul's fills on that song are really, they're tight. They're on point. Um, this
Every
is a
album.
Yeah, but this is a band where like I think Neil commands so much attention. Sometimes the band kind of gets to the background, and it just kind of you listen to them, and it's hard to pay attention to what they're doing. But
Yeah, no, and I could see that happening for sure.
but
I have always found this band very easy. Like, great guitar tones, great guitar riffs, amazing drumming, cool bass
yeah,
stuff going on. And then, yeah, when they introduce like organs and horns and
yeah,
glockenspiels and whatever the hell else they're playing.
we'll get to that because
Yes, we will.
there's something that pops up later that shocked the hell out of me. Uh, the Devil in Me. I always like a good "I Met the Devil" song, like Tribute or Devil Went Down to Georgia. I really like this one because he's basically telling the devil, I'm too good. I don't need your help, so fuck off. And the devil goes back to Beale Street where he can, you know, maybe claim
Find the next Robert Johnson.
exactly. Like I love that. I thought that was really cool. White's Fairy, something I'm going to say a lot on the back half of this discography. I really dug the atmosphere of that song. Um, I I don't know how I don't know if it's a reverse guitar sound, but there's something he's doing during the solo or the outro to the song that I really liked. Child of the City. One of the things that caught my attention, there's a really subtle call and response in that song that really surprised me because I've heard it a few times. I've never heard it before, and I really like that. Electric Worry. I know it's a single, probably their biggest, but I think it's the perfect Clutch song. The whole band shines on that song. I know Neil's not didn't write the lyrics or anything, but there are moments in that song where I get chills. It's just the drum solo. It's just so good.
Well,
Um,
and I can see your argument there for it being the perfect Clutch song because since it is, a cover of a song 100 years old,
yeah,
like before
yeah,
they even had electric guitar or bass, it's
yeah,
a wonderful reinterpretation a new for a new Pepsi generation.
yeah. Oh yeah. One Eye Dollar. It has another one of those great transitions. It's miles better than the Jam Room version. I think this one is an absolute banger. The Rapture of Ridley Walker. I did a whole lot of research into this song, and I won't bore you guys with where all that went. But I think the drums are really tight on that one also. And I like the line where he's talking about victims of zombies, because victims of zombies are zombies. So I thought that was interesting. When vegans attack, that one surprised me because it's like a few years before Occupy Wall Street. So I'm like, did he have a crystal ball? Like, what happened there? Because it fits
Well,
that.
before there was Bernie Sanders, there was Noam Chomsky.
Yeah, that's true. The bass sounds great during the solo. Again, that lyric fun that he has when he talks about the undercover agents in Lafayette Park and how it's the slightest scene he's ever seen. Because you're not supposed to see them; they're undercover. I thought that was funny. Opossum Minister, I like it. I don't really have any notes on it. It's fine. Um, Black Umbrella again, we're unscripted because my notes are exactly this. The harmonica into the guitar solo is so smooth and good. um,
Nice.
Mr. Shiny Cadillacness, I like this one. It's got two instrumental breaks, which is a little different for them. And the guitar on the second one was really strong. But I did like the song overall. But that those instrumental breaks caught my attention. So That's what I got.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. It's
Well, who's got the dot?
I've got the dot.
Oh.
I've got the dot. That's why I spoiled my final notes.
Okay.
Let's see. Tim really likes this one. Is it your number one?
You know what? You are correct. Color code will tell all. And I think a couple of these I could probably call mulligans on, but especially because like I've been aware of and a fan of Clutch for a couple decades now, but I've never sat down with the whole discography. So actually going through it and even revisiting the albums, that I was familiar with, like it was really interesting going back to this one. It there was a real quality to it that almost reminded me of like a Nevermind or a Black Album, where it can instantly transport you to the first time you heard it. And yeah, revisiting this, I hadn't listened to this album in probably 15 years until we were getting ready for this. And so, yeah, going back to that one has been a real pleasure for me, because I really see just how important it is, not only to me personally and what I was listening to in 2007, but like just on the genre as a whole. Like, I think this is one of those genre defining albums that,
Wow.
when people look at why Clutch is one of the bigger bands of the 21st century so far, they're going to go back to this album.
Counterpoint, though, you've probably listened to the Black Album and Nevermind multiple times in the last 15 years.
No, maybe
No?
once or twice. I don't listen to you. I mean, I've heard of. I'd rather hear other stuff, But when I do hear them, I don't turn them off, But I'm not actively like reaching for them.
Okay. Trey, I think number 3.
Yes.
Damn, I'm good.
I think it's a really good album. I think it's probably the best entry point for the band if you're like introducing them to somebody, because you get a little bit of everything, and if you like it, there's plenty more to get into.
Well, and you can say that about all of these albums, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Things change a little bit coming up here.
I'm going to put it number 4. There's some I liked more. There's some I liked less. It's a good middle of the road Clutch there for me. For now. Stick around. We're talking Strange Robots of the Earth Rocker, Transnational
Strange Cousins
Warfare.
from the West should be next, I believe.
That's it. You don't want to miss that.
Clearly.
Let us know down below what your favorite Clutch record is. Stick around to the end when we do the color code. That's where our true feelings.
That's where the true feelings lie. Yeah.
Yes, that's where the true feelings lie. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, help us out. There's not a lot of Clutch coverage out there, so we're not going to catch any Clutch algorithms. So spread us around with your friends, your grandparents, your nanas, your papas, all the people you care about in your
strange
life.
Cousins from the West.
Yeah.
That was Clutch, Tim. As always.
That's why you keep me around.
Yeah, you just come up with them. As always, be safe and what, Tim?
Make good sausage burritos.
already with the breakfast food. Oh, I did make bacon last week, though.
Yeah, see, exactly.
And then you go a little woo, and then a little whoop, 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 and then it's all, and then you're ready to go again.
Y'all
He
come
said-
back now, you hear?